Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Marshall. I'm an industry advisor with SAP. I'm really excited to talk with you. So I want you to think, who is a servant leader? Who comes to mind when I ask that question? Take a couple seconds. For me, it's people like Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa. These people have helped inspire generations to really make a difference in society. A servant leader is someone that puts the needs of others first. It's not about title, it's not about power. This is not a traditional leadership from the top-down approach. This is about impacting lives. It's also about energizing your teams that are around you to make the biggest impact that they can. You lift them up so they can innovate. You lift them up so that they can also lead. So why is this important? You might think, well, what you're doing already works. Why should you apply that to your organization and to your life or even in your family? Well, I can tell you from experience in my own life and with my dad being a great example of this, as a servant leader, you influence people, but most importantly, you get results. This is about driving innovation. This is about breaking through barriers that you haven't been able to break through before. On April 9th, 2016, very special day, I had my first child, our son Landry. This was a fun time for us, but also very scary. We planned and we prepared, but nothing quite prepares you for the responsibility of taking on another human life. So over the next couple minutes, I'm going to talk to you about 5 steps that I've learned by being a mom that I've applied to my daily life to lead my family, and also how I've applied that in my work life. So there's not ever enough hours in a day. This picture represents that. I'm busy, I have my work life, and I had to cook with my son strapped on the back if I wanted to eat and fix dinner for my family. So step 1, take action. Let me tell you, there's not going to be more hours in a day. There's never going to be a better time. If you have a big idea, you go make it happen. Don't wait for somebody else to do it, and don't wait for more hours in the day. This is a great picture of my son on his first birthday. I brought out the birthday cake, and his eyes just got so big. He was so excited. As you can see, it's about the size of his entire head. What I really learned from this is to look through his lens. We get to choose to be happy. So step 2, every morning you get the choice to be happy, to choose how you respond. Your attitude is within your control. Your life circumstances might not be. After 14 months of a lot of attempts and a lot of tries, Landry took his first steps. It seemed like it took forever, but now we have a track star in training, running around at 18 months old. So step 3, don't give up. Be persistent. Keep going. Things are going to happen. Failures are going to happen. But it's very important that you don't give up, because that's when breakthroughs occur. This is probably one of my favorite pictures ever. My son, as you can see, is very expressive. He was 3 months old, and at the time, he couldn't communicate with me. So I had to think, well, why is he upset? What's going on? What can I do to fix that? So step 4, have empathy. Put yourself in another person's shoes. Try to understand how they're feeling. This is going to help break through barriers. Think about how people are going to react when you come with a new idea. Unfortunately, my house looks like this most of the time. Landry, at 18 months old, wants to pull everything out of every cabinet, every drawer, every toy chest. And it's a mess. Life can be messy, even in our organizations. So step 5 is take responsibility. I didn't make that mess, but as a mom, it's my responsibility to help Landry, but also to take care of that mess. So the buck stops with me as a mom, but the buck also stops with you as the leader of your organization. So as a recap, here's 5 steps that I've learned. Step 1, take action. Just do it. Don't wait for someone else. Step 2, choose to be happy. You get to make that choice every morning. Step 3, don't give up. Be persistent. Step 4, have empathy. Relate to people around you. And step 5, take responsibility. Remember that the buck does stop with you. You're the leader of your organization, and you have the power to make a difference in those around you. Last, I'll leave you with this, 7 Decisions by Andy Andrews, one of my favorite leadership books. If you want something that's actionable steps to help you in your leadership, I highly recommend this. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, follow me on Twitter @GovStrategy. Thank you all.